Okay. So in the stela of Neferurenpet, you'll see Tehuti, who's also called Maa Keru or Maa Ker. And then you have Akan, the sacred baboon divinity and so forth, who is the assistant of Tehuti, taking the form of that sacred monkey and so forth. And we show that because Tehuti, of course, is the divinity of divine wisdom, the mouthpiece of Amen and Amenet and Ranrad and so forth on the masculine side. Seshat is the feminine divinity of wisdom, but he has a sacred assistant, which is the baboon. And then we also offering him the eye of Heru, which is a divinatory instrument. And one of the reasons we show that in this particular book, because in the Akhan tradition, you have the sacred monkey with his vessel, who is the assistant, that you find that sacred monkey who's an assistant to the high priest or the Abo Sompo in the Akhan tradition. You go into an Akhan shrine of an Abo Sompo, high-level priest or priestess, and you will see that they have the monkey with the divinatory bowl, with the high priest. So it's important because that monkey is called Ma'a. He's Anan, or An means baboon. It means a monkey. So you have male and female An or Anu, meaning monkeys or baboons and so forth. But this divinity, one of his titles is Ma'a, the male force of divine law and balance, just like you have Ma'at, the female force of divine law and balance. He's called Ma'a in ancient Kanit and Kamit. He's called Mara, which is Ma, Ra. In Akan, the same monkey. So you see him with the eye, which is a divinatory instrument, the eye of Heru and so forth, the eye of Tehuti and so forth. You look into that divinatory instrument for insight, for spiritual sight. The monkey also has a bowl. This is a sculpture from ancient Kamit. Another sculpture from ancient Kamit shows the monkey with the bowl, with the eye arising from the bowl. So it's a combination of both of these. And then you see another version of the Akhan monkey, who's shown in the shrine that occupies a space in the shrine of the Abo Sompo, the diviner, and the bowl is a divinatory bowl. So we utilize, water gazing and so forth, that form of divination in the Akan tradition. We talked about that in our film and so forth. We look into the bowl and communicate with the Abo Sompo and Samafo. This divinatory bowl with the monkey is the exact same replication that we find in ancient Kanit and Kamit. And you find that same meditative posture with Tehuti, the divinity of divine wisdom, as well as the monkey and so forth. Now, so we go back over. So now we're back on you should be seeing the image of the scribe with the monkey on the screen. If you're not seeing that, let me know in the chat room. But, so you see Neb Merutef, he's meditating, communicating with the sacred baboon An of Tehuti. Note that the baboon is a divinity, as we just showed the divinity in connection with Tehuti. So the key with regard to this particular sculpture, or this combined sculpture, is this is a spirit that Neb Merutef, the scribe, is ritually communing with. This is Akhan, spirit communication. He's sitting in the lotus position, but this is not just an image of, hey, this is a scribe and he's practicing writing. This is a person no different than if you went to the shrine of an Akhan person, an Akhan Abo Sompo and so forth, or if you went to a shrine of a Yoruba priest or priestess or whatever. When we have a sculpture of a divinity and invoke the divinity, their spirit takes up a residence in the sculpture. In this representation, sometimes the divinity, the person can see clairvoyantly. So what you have here is Neb Merutef meditating, and he's communicating with a deity. This is not just Neb Merutef sitting next to a sculpture. If you came into a divination session and you saw an Abo Sompo or an Odwirafo, with a bowl, looking into the bowl and so forth, and had the sculpture of a divinity near him, that's because the spirit has come down, possessed the sculpture. The spirit is there. If anybody was clairvoyant, they could see the spirit sitting there on the shrine and so forth. The Odwirafo or the Abo Sompo is communicating with the deity. So when you see sculptures like this, we know what we're looking at because we do this every day. One of the whites in their offspring are to say, oh, this is a sculptor of the scribe. This is Tehuti was the patron of all scribes, and his assistant is the baboon, and he represents scribes as well. They just put a nice little statue of a, of a baboon to represent the scribe profession, and this is what's happening. Actually, he's communicating with the deity. He is meditating in this particular piece. Now,